that witch persona by, let's take, whorehound. Let's have whorehound tea and then trust that God is going to use this, say a prayer, ask Jesus to bless my body. That's different than doing some kind of spell. So anyway, those are just my comments on that paragraph here. So for example, if you take, and I'm reading back in the book, if you take St. John's wort flowers and put them in olive oil or any other kind of oil and set the jar in front of a window, the liquid will turn red over a period of time. Even though the flowers are yellow, this has nothing to do with witchcraft, sorcery, or the devil. This is a result of the substance found in the plant called hypericin. Hypericin is known to be a potent antiviral, antidepressant, antimicrobial, etc. plant. Because of this compound, changing the oil from yellow to red meant the loss of many women's lives. It meant that these women were demons possessed and working with the devil, whom most of them didn't even acknowledge as he is within the Christian religion, which most of them weren't a part of, and so they were called witches and were executed. Now, I do not know if that is true or not. I would probably want to research that myself. I do not know if there was if witchcraft was actually called out on some of these women because of St. John's wort. I would be surprised, but maybe, because it looks like blood really when it turns. Sadly, many of the 9 million women who were executed during the witch trials were herbalists and women who knew the craft of herbs. And that is sad here. The anonymous Greta Herbal of 1526 was the first herbal to be published in English, with 2 more following that are probably the 2 best known herbals in English. The first in 1597 by John Gerard, titled The Herbal or General History of Plants, and then The English Physician enlarged in 1653 by Nicholas Culpeper, enjoying phenomenal popularity despite being ridiculed by the peers of his day, mostly in retaliation for translating their Latin book of official medicines into English. Culpeper's blend of astrology, folklore, magic, and traditional medicine remained a favorite. An herb in the Middle Ages might be prescribed by a peasant grandmother, sold by a traveling herbalist, charmed to be an ingredient in a magical potion or a brew by a wise woman or quack, or pulverized into a repulsive and complex blend to be applied by a physician with the hopes of bringing relief. I'm going to go a little bit further. I thought I'd make it to chapter 2, but I'm going to make, she has the book divided into like parts in each chapter, like 1 point something, 1.2, 1.3. So I'm going to finish 1.4, and I guess I will be titling this part of chapter 1. This might take me a year to go through. A story about the Black Plague. In the 14th century, you might have heard of the Black Plague, Black Death. It was a pandemic that went through Europe and Asia, killing a lot of people. There were 4 thieves or grave robbers who were stealing from the dead bodies and their homes, but weren't getting sick. How did they do it? When they were caught, they gave up their secret in an effort to save lives. The secret was a blend of herbs blended with vinegar. A famous French chemist and scholar, René Maurice Gattefossé, I don't know, Gattfosse, Gattefosse, who is regarded as the father of aromatherapy, published the original recipe that was hung in the Museum of Old Marseille in France in his book from 1937 called Gattefosse's Aromatherapy. This is a recipe that was posted. 3 pints of strong white vinegar, 1 handful of each of wormwood, meadowsweet, wild marjoram, and sage, 50 cloves, 2 ounces of campanella roots, 2 ounces of angelica, And I am not going to read the whole recipe there just because I don't want to copy her book word for word in this video, but I'm giving you parts of it, good parts, and my commentary. So this is interesting what she has here about the Black Death and the thieves, because I knew of this story told through Young Living, because they have their own trademark Thieves blend, Thieves essential oil, Thieves cleaner, Thieves cough drops, everything Thieves. And it is actually one of my all-time favorite blends and essential oils. I do have Young Living in my link tree if you want to check out Young Living and Thieves. It is cinnamon, rosemary, clove, lemon, and eucalyptus, I believe. I think that's the blend. So that blend is different than the recipe she has here, and perhaps Gary Young changed it to make it more pleasing, or make the scent better. However, it was my understanding that those were the herbs, or some of the herbs at least, in the recipe. But these blend of herbs, and it wasn't an essential oil that the thieves used. They had it in a vinegar that was like rubbed on their skin, on their body, to allow them to rob from people who had died, where others would have stayed so clear of the homes. They went in and did something that unconscionable, but clever, and they had this knowledge, this plant knowledge, that could, let's use it to help people from getting sick, not to rob from people who had died, in my opinion. So I'm going to stop right there and come back. I think the next time I come back, we're going to skip ahead a little bit to 1.8, to homeopathy, which I do get a lot of questions about that. So I'll be skipping 1.5, 1.6, and 1.7. And let me know if you've read this book. Let me know if you have any comments on this video, what I shared so far, and I will be doing other videos besides this format, so don't worry. Have a great day. See you again soon.